This is just your daily reminder to never ever let a man get inside your head if he tells you you're hitting the wall of your looks because you are over 30 years old. These are the same men that are looking at Kim Kardashian, J-Lo, and Megan Fox and would be happy, elated with a chance with any of them.
Dear God in heaven, gentlemen, what is it like to be so wrong?
And this is your daily reminder that you've hit the wall and there isn't enough makeup, cope, or delusional thinking that's ever gonna change that. You try and trick yourself into thinking that you know what men want, and you think men want crusty, used up, and untalented celebrities? Men are naturally attracted to youth, fertility, and women who are genuinely friendly. And you're clearly none of these things. And all you're doing when you post this kind of stuff is insulting the remaining pool of men whose standards are already pretty low. Why would a man choose an aged out old crone who openly resents him for not being the man that she wants? Get a clue, woman. You're taking up permanent residency at the wall and you have no one to blame but yourself.
It's science.
Yes, you can literally rewrite your past with your mind. The same way that I was saying in this video that you can create your future by pretending that a scene that you imagined was a memory, implying that it's true. You can go back and look at past memories that you've had and rewrite them, recreate that scene in your head how you wanted it to go.
Great plan.
Thank you.
He likes your plan, Chief.
So your solution is just to deny that the whole thing happened, alter the memory to fit your narrative, and then never tell anyone the truth, huh? Why, sure. Why not? I wouldn't expect anything less. Modern women love to do this whenever something happens that requires them to take the minimum amount of accountability. Like when their significant other finds out she's been cheating on him, or if she actively chooses to believe that her body count is 2 instead of 22. And the sad part is that modern women actually believe this is an acceptable form of behavior just to get out of taking accountability for their actions. Meanwhile, if a man even bends the truth in the slightest about where he was on Tuesday night, then he's a toxic masculine phobic who probably doesn't respect menstruation and needs to man up and be 100% completely honest with his woman.
This is actually how I got over my fear of being cheated on. In my head, I went back and I was like, oh, it never happened. You know, like, no, my partners have always been faithful to me, whatever. When I did that, I felt this, like I have chills right now. I felt the biggest release in my body. Like I was like, something I've struggled with for so long just never happened. So it didn't affect me anymore.
What?
Okay, so not only do you refuse to acknowledge that you chose terrible men, you also refuse to disclose that particular bit of trauma to any other halfway decent man out there because you've decided it never happened? Well, maybe I'm wrong on this one, but I don't think lying to yourself and everyone around you while simultaneously denying your obvious trust issues is a smart way to go about things. You didn't fix anything. In fact, you made everything significantly worse because now you've got children involved with your unresolved baggage, which is most certainly going to screw them up in the long run. And all of this happened because you just refused to accept the reality of your situation. What the hell is wrong with you, woman?
And I was left feeling confident, secure, like there's nothing to worry about. I've never been cheated on, right? Like I've always been in secure, healthy relationships. So why wouldn't this one be like that too? That's what I got back. You can do this with so many things where you rewrite your past. This can happen with SP, with money, with whatever. Imagine it happened the way you wanted it to happen, and then it kind of sets you on like a different timeline, in my opinion.
You must seek therapy. That's where I would go with that, but that's my own.
Oh, for the love of woman, if this were even remotely true, then we would be doing much more practical things with this superpower. I don't think you realize that if this was actually a thing, then tens of millions of people would have gotten away with tax fraud just by convincing themselves that they had already paid their taxes on time. But here's the thing, sister. We live in this thing called reality, and there are consequences we must face for our actions. And one harsh reality is that there is no escaping the heavily armed extortionist mafia known as the Internal Revenue Service, and there's also no escaping your obvious trauma. Denial is an incredibly unhealthy coping mechanism for people who aren't willing or able to deal with their obvious issues. It's not a way to run your life, and the advice you're giving is as stupid as it is irresponsible.
Shame on you, and shame on you, and shame on your whole ill-mannered town.
We're just gonna do car rants today. Why do men hit on you at the worst possible time? Like, I'm in Target, minding my business, just trying to pick up my order, and this guy's like, sorry, excuse me, miss, you look gorgeous. I literally have crumbs all over my sweatshirt because I just ate chicken nuggets. I have worn this sweatshirt all week. I have no makeup on. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Now's not the time. But then when I wear makeup, no one wants to hit on me.
Well, I can explain that easily, you silly broad. You see, the reason why Tyrone didn't hit on you when you're all dolled up is because when you're out on the town, you are competing against a massive pool of women, and Tyrone gets his pick of that particular litter. And when he rejects you, rest assured it's only because he didn't find you all that attractive when in comparison to the broads around you. Now, the dudes who shoot their shot when you're not wearing makeup genuinely find you attractive and actually want to get to know you. But because they don't meet your impossible standards, your first impulse is to complain about your chicken nugget crumbs and how you weren't prepared to be hit on. Now, if this was Tyrone, you would be flexing and bragging in your car instead. But because it wasn't, it's an insult. And this is exactly why men don't bother shooting their shots anymore, and why you're gonna end up alone with an army of cats.
No. 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 No.
Okay, that's just gross.
Well, I guess that's one way for a man to score some bucks. I know. I'm not taking it back. I regret nothing. Let's be real here. Is anybody really that surprised at this point? That crappy Blade Runner sequel pretty much predicted this a while back ago. Much like Fine Clockwork, whenever a cutting-edge piece of tech comes out, there's always a cabal of dudes out there who work tirelessly to answer the age-old question, how can I bone that thing? That's just the nature of the world we live in. I guess the only thing that's surprising is that it took this long for a product that allows men to bang AI. I gotta hand it to entrepreneurs who find new nails to hammer into the coffin known as basic human interaction, and as much as you think I'm praying for the asteroid right now, I'm really not. I can't help but be fascinated on how the complete destruction of reality is going down in real time. It is a compelling story, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than a subscription service, plus it's more entertaining. How's that for a silver lining on a dookie colored rainbow?
We're on express elevator to hell, going down.
Here's the thing. Guys always say they want a really confident woman. I'm so attracted to confidence. I really like someone who knows what they want. I hear that all the time. But then they get it and they don't know what to do with it. Because that person who's really confident, knows who they are, self-assured, is not gonna put up with bullshit. It's not gonna put up with your bullshit.
Yikes. You know, woman, I hate to hit you both barrels, but wait a second. Who am I kidding? I live for this kind of stuff. Woman, you're not confident. You're arrogant, bitter, and insufferable. Now, I know this is difficult for you to believe, but men will tell you whatever you want to hear if it means it gets you one step closer to taking your clothes off. Now, once they've gotten what they wanted, they'll either string you along because the bedroom fun has been determined to be adequate for at least a few months, and then you'll start nagging them to take things to the next level, and then they'll make it clear that they aren't willing to deal with the annoying bull excrement that you spew forth from your chowder chamber. They'll then move on with their lives, confident in the knowledge that there will always be more women out there, and you'll be left making TikTok videos where you make an ass out of yourself for our own amusement.
And then once that starts happening, once the person is a little bit more vocal, like, okay, like this is what I want, or this isn't working for me, some guys, not all, take a little bit of a step back. And they're like, well, I'm just super busy, or I just I am this way, blah, 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 and expect that person to adapt to them. Even though you said that you liked a confident, self-assured person.
Idiots! It's simple!
Yeah, it's almost as if the guys you keep banging don't want you for anything more than a couple of days worth of boudoir antics. Tyrone Chadigan, Private Eye, has a laundry list of half-assed excuses as to why he doesn't want to commit to you. He's too busy, work is getting in the way, he's not ready for a commitment, he can't provide you with what you need or what you deserve. The list is practically endless. If he gives you one of those lines, you should consider yourself lucky that particular gumshoe actually took 10 seconds out of his life to choose a line to feed you instead of just ghosting you like anyone else would have. But it's not like it really matters. You are too far gone that any man that comes in contact with you, physical or otherwise, is completely turned off by your attitude. And the hilarious part is you will forever be ignorant as to why, even when it's screaming in your face.
Okay. But you actually don't like that. No, you actually don't like that. You actually just want someone to just carry around with you. You just want some arm candy. Who's not gonna call you on anything. I think you might need a dog. Get a really cute dog. Get a little Frenchie. They're great. I don't think you're looking for a girlfriend.
Speak for yourself, moron.
Oh my god, that is funny!
Oh, woman, I am going to kindly ask you to leave Gunnery Sergeant Thunderbolt, Intergalactic Canine Space Marine out of your bitter rant. That doggo has done nothing to you except protect your planet from countless alien invasions, and he deserves your respect. Now it's time to face the music, sister. You are not arm candy. You are bedroom candy. And I'm not talking about the expensive high-end stuff that requires you to go to a specialty store where the candy makers wear specialized hats and speak with some kind of an accent. And I'm not even talking about the kind that you impulse buy at the checkout counter of your local supermarket. No, you're dollar store bedroom candy, sister. You're readily available for a quick fix, but you're of subpar quality and inexplicably waxy. And upon consumption, there is a 50-50 chance that you're gonna end up going to a doctor afterwards for some antibiotics and a stern lecture about how you actually need to have some standards and stop treating your body like a human garbage disposal. And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. And as always, if you find that my particular brand of humor is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and ring the notification bell, leave a couple of comments, share this video. Let's get the word out and give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. The world's currently being FedExed to hell by handcart, but at least we can say we are going. If we're gonna go, we're going out with a smile and some dignity. And thank you so much for checking out the new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.